Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most important financial questions for 2025. Which life insurance policy is right for you this year? Every year, millions of people search for updated guides because policies change, costs shift, and new regulations come into play. And in 2025, we've seen major updates, from zero tax on individual life insurance in India to new AI-powered insurance tools in the US. So if you've ever wondered, should I go for term or whole life? Which companies are ranked the best right now? How much will life insurance cost me in 2025? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to pick the perfect policy. Let's start big, with the global picture. In the United States, individual life insurance premiums are expected to grow between 2% and 6% this year. Whole life insurance has gained even more popularity, making up 37% of new premium sales in early 2025, a 2% jump compared to last year. Emerging markets like India, China, and Latin America are seeing even higher growth, 4% to 7%. Why? Because rising middle-class families are realizing the importance of financial protection, especially after the pandemic years. Meanwhile, advanced economies like the US and Europe are growing slower, around 1.5%, but the demand is stable. In short, 2025 is a strong year for life insurance worldwide. Demand is high, innovation is strong, and insurers are competing to give customers better deals. If you're in India, there's breaking news. In 2025, the government completely removed the 18% GST on individual life and health insurance policies. That means policies are now cheaper, easier to access, and more affordable for middle-class families. State-run insurers are even preparing zero-tax packages to attract new customers. Policy Bazaar's CEO called this a game-changing reform that could bring millions of uninsured Indians into the safety net. So if you're watching from India, this year is one of the best times ever to buy life insurance. Now, let's talk about the companies leading the industry this year. According to Forbes, some of the world's best life insurers in 2025 include AAA Life First for Women, Modern Woodmen of America. But let's look deeper at the US rankings from NerdWallet and Bankrate. MassMutual, best overall, strong ratings, low complaints, excellent term and whole life policies. Guardian Life, best for people with health conditions. They even insure HIV-positive applicants, which many companies reject. Northwestern Mutual, best customer experience. They're a mutual company, meaning they're owned by policyholders, and they pay regular dividends. Pacific Life, best for permanent coverage, especially indexed universal life, which grows with the stock market but has downside protection. Thrivent, best for faith-driven customers, especially Christians who want values-based investing. From Bankrate's 2025 report, Lincoln Financial, best for no medical exam coverage. State Farm, best for term life. Mutual of Omaha, best for guaranteed issue coverage, approval with no health questions. So here's the takeaway. Different insurers shine in different areas. The best depends on what you need. Okay, let's break down the main types of life insurance in 2025, because this is where most people get confused. 1. Term, life insurance. Pure protection. Cheapest option. Covers you for a fixed term like 10, 20, or 30 years. A 40-year-old non-smoker in 2025 can get a $500,000 policy for around $26 a month. 2. Whole life insurance. Permanent coverage plus cash value savings. Much more expensive, For example, a 40-year-old man might pay $5,800 a year compared to $332 for term life. But it builds wealth and pays dividends in companies like MassMutual or Northwestern Mutual. 3. Universal and Indexed Universal Life. UL and IUL flexible premiums. Cash value grows based on interest rates or stock indexes. Pacific Life's Indexed UL is very popular this year because it combines upside growth with downside protection. 4. No medical exam insurance approval without tests or blood work. Great if you need coverage fast, but premiums are higher. 5. Return of premium, ROP. Term. If you outlive your policy, you get all your premiums back. The catch? It costs way more than basic term insurance. 6. Hybrid life insurance with long-term care riders. A 2-in-1 policy covers your family if you die, but also pays for nursing home or in-home care if you need it. Growing very popular for people in their 50s and 60s. So the real question isn't which policy is best, but which policy matches your life stage and goals. How much does life insurance cost in 2025? Let's talk numbers. Term life. A 40-year-old woman, non-smoker, healthy, $280 a year. A 40-year-old man, $332 a year. At age 60, those premiums can jump to $2,000 plus a year. Whole life. At age 40, a man might pay $5,853 a year. At age 60, the same policy jumps to over $14,000 a year. No exam term life. 40-year-old woman, $343 a year if healthy. If average health, around $499 a year. So here's the golden rule. The younger and healthier you are, the cheaper your policy will be. 2025 isn't just about policies. It's also about how people buy them. 92% of Americans now research life insurance online, compared to only 71% a decade ago. 51% say they'd use AI tools like ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot to help pick a policy. Accelerated underwriting, where your policy gets approved in days without medical exams, is becoming mainstream. So if you're shopping in 2025, chances are you'll be comparing quotes online, reading reviews, and maybe even using AI to narrow your options. Life insurance isn't just about protecting your family. In 2025, it's also being used in creative ways. Retirement supplement. Whole life or universal life policies can build cash value, which you can borrow against tax-free in retirement. Inheritance tax in the UK. New tax reforms mean estates over £1 million now face a 20% tax. Many wealthy families are using life insurance held in trusts to pay that bill. Long-term care. Hybrid policies with LTC riders are replacing traditional long-term care insurance because they're more flexible and guarantee benefits. So depending on your financial goals, life insurance can be more than just a safety net. It can be a strategy. Here's a simple step-by-step guide. 1. Assess your needs. Are you covering a mortgage, replacing income for your family, or building long-term wealth? 2. Choose your policy type. Term for affordability, whole or universal for lifelong coverage, no exam for speed, hybrid for dual protection. 3. Compare quotes online. Get at least 3 to 4 offers. 4. Check financial strength. Companies like MassMutual, Northwestern, and Guardian consistently get top ratings. 5. Review riders, like return of premium, accidental death, or long-term care. 6. Consider taxes and regulations, especially if you live in India or the UK, where new rules matter in 2025. 7. Talk to a financial professional, especially if your situation is complex. Remember, The best policy is the one that fits your life. So, let's recap. 2025 is a fantastic year for buying life insurance. Policies are more affordable, technology makes shopping easier, and reforms like India's GST exemption are game-changing. Term life is still the best value for most people. Whole and universal life are great if you want lifelong coverage plus savings. And hybrid policies are growing fast for people who want both life and long-term care protection. Now, I want to hear from you. Which policy do you think fits your life in 2025? Term? Whole? Hybrid? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'll be replying to as many as I can. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more financial breakdowns every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.